must be intelligent. Very easy to make. So how, actually in general, I would like to generalize that a little bit, because if you just go for talking, we have it already. But I think you should be applying the same idea on every task. So you monitor some entities where you cannot distinguish whether they are human or not. You just see their action or get the description how they behave in certain situations. You are supposed to tell, is it a robot, is it a human? But how is this artificial intelligence working? And there are basically three approaches INGO are aware of on the high level. The first approach is the one most humans apply. It's, I pretend to be intelligent and I hope no one will figure it out. That's actually the best way to succeed in the Turing test. There's a very famous, very old computer program called ELIZA, which implements psychotherapists, and what she basically does is always repeat your sentence in a slightly twisted way. You get very weird communications, and if you don't know, you think she's behaving like a psychotherapist. But yeah, it's not really intelligent. It's just this student I do like, I would be intelligent, and no one figures out, and actually no one does figure out. The second approach, quite often, why people nowadays think something like artificial intelligence might work someday, is search. And that's actually what you see in most computer games. The computer just starts, for chess for example, okay, it's my move, let's think I move the king. Then the robot goes, the computer goes down here, then it simulates the move for the black, and so on and so forth. So it expands a huge tree. So it just tries out all possible combination of moves and so on. And actually it was shown in 1997, there was the computer Deep Blue, which beat Kasparov, one of the best players in the world. And you might now think, yeah, so we're there, but to understand what Kasparov, what this Deep Blue is, it's a month. It evaluates 12 long number billion chess positions per minute. It was at its time the 250th fastest computer in the world, just for playing chess. Now face it with a real life situation. I think I moved the king to h9. I mean, you cannot apply to arbitrary tasks, it just explodes. You need to add a lot more zeros there, the ball will not be long enough. So what's the next approach? The next approach is machine learning. Actually, machine learning were invented before the computers were. This is Mitchell's boxes, and it was a machine to learn tic-tac-toe using matchboxes. You see the matchbox? Each matchbox has a situation in the tic-tac-toe game printed on top of it. And the idea is you take the box with the current situation, you shake it, you have different colored pairs in, and the one at the very bottom tells you the next move. There are always at most 9 moves. And if you have been successful, you add another pair for that move. And even so, you probably don't understand at the moment why. The impressive thing is this simple system learns how to play tic-tac-toe, and it will never lose any, just by adding pairs into those little boxes. But there's one problem. If you do that very naively, you need quite a number of matchboxes. You need 19,000 matchboxes just to learn the game as simple as tic-tac-toe. And what Mitchell did, he was the founder of machine learning, he exploited symmetries in the game, so you can mirror the game and so on and so forth. You reduce the number of boxes you need. And that is what is called in machine learning a learning bias. It basically tells the computer, you should exploit these things, that's the direction where you have to go, and when the computer follows those directions, it can do local adaptation to the learning process to find what he's supposed to learn. So let's come to the point what makes humans different from them. And it's actually very nicely captured in what is called the Konstruktionsspiel. I didn't find a translation into English. It's either translated as construction game. If you observe a little kid, what he does when he plays with blocks, he sets up a new task for himself, which is achievable. He figures out how to achieve that, and then he has joy. Just by being able to achieve the self-posed task. And that requires two things, creativity and joy. And if you want to reach human level intelligence with a computer, you need to teach the computer first creativity and joy, and that's completely impossible in my eyes. So, last slide, what do we have to expect next? Actually, what you are surrounded with. Google, Amazon recommendations. There's the robot soccer by now, which is supposed to play in 50 years against humans. And finally, there are head-up displays which tell you if you want to repair the engine, you have to screw that screw and so on and so forth. So, to put it in a final quote, artificial intelligence is not about building intelligent machines, but connecting people to machines, connecting people to knowledge, and connecting people to people.